be you the god of again?
Welcome back to God of Crits. Check out my beginning video over the weather if you want. And now we are going to go into the first plot hook of this campaign, the murders. There's actually two of them, but I think when deciding what kind of campaign you want to run, you have to decide if you're going to go a more serious route or if you're going to go a more playful, wintry route, Winterland almost. The book really has two different campaigns within it that are all thematic, and I think for your group you've got to decide what you want to do for your players. I decided I'm running this with three different groups, and I decided each one I was going to go more of a serious horror route because I knew the guys, I knew we would have fun within that. Even if it was serious, we'd find little pockets to laugh and have fun, and I think that it's worked out really great so far. One of those things is there's a couple of starting quests. There's one about the murders, and then there's one about the Chwingas, I think. And I completely forgot about the Chwingas. I read it once, said, nope, not going to do that. A little too, like I said, Winterlandy for me. And I said, I'd rather, when my group comes here, I'd rather hit them hard with the winter and those exhaustion saves. And I would show them that people are dying here, getting murdered, just outside of the winter killing everyone, that there was actually a murder going around. I have a couple of things I want to kind of inform you guys about this quest. So it tells you that the killer here is Sefik Caltro, and he is in one of the 10 towns, and you roll a d10 to put him wherever you want. I did that for both of my campaigns, or all three of my campaigns, in fact, and he got placed so far from where they started, they totally forgot about the quest once they got it. So I would say put him 1 or 2 towns away from their starting town, whatever that is. Pick your favorite starting town, roll a d10, it doesn't matter, but I would say keep him close by, because they're picking up a quest every single city, or every single town. A lot can pile on their plate. All three of my groups completely forgot about the killings until the moment that they actually saw him, like 7 towns later, and they were like, oh yeah, I guess we do have to go stop that killer that was our main quest. So put this in front of them early on, maybe throw a couple of quests in there, but then I'd keep hammering this home. I changed a couple of important things here about this quest. His motivations in the book are pretty much motivated by Auril, the Frostmaiden, and he's traveling with this company, Torga's, run by Torga Icefane. And I liked that. I kept the whole he was traveling as their bodyguard type of thing. I, however, changed his motivation slightly. Instead of him working for Auril, which he totally still can, that doesn't have to change, I said that he was actually working on behalf of the speakers to carry out murders for everyone that tries to evade the sacrifices. So all the 3 big towns do these human sacrifices. I said every moon. You can make it a 10-day if you want. You can make it whatever you want. And yeah, he was pretty much, the group doesn't know it, but all the murders have taken place outside of the big cities. You've got Bryn Shander, East Haven, Targos. I said his motivations are, I'm working on behalf of the government. You don't have to do that, as kind of like their boogeyman. All these people that ran from their potential death in the random drawn sacrifices got killed, turned up dead. That makes people not want to run. They didn't know that until they met Sefik, and Sefik pretty much gave the speech of, you guys can try to fight me, but I'm backed by the law. Do what you want. If they turn him into the law, I was going to say that he gets sent to Revel's End, and then is just let go. Because he does have the back of the law. And whichever speaker you want to kind of make your villainous speaker, I chose kind of like Duvessa, maybe Nerith as well. I made them my evil speakers, and he would go to them after he'd get caught, and he'd be fine. Another thing I changed is I gave them a couple of... each location that had the killings, I actually drew up a small little igloo where he committed the murders, and I gave them a crime scene to go investigate, which is pretty fun. I also changed his blade to a Chardalyn blade that he had found, which comes up later in the campaign, just kind of like drop those little hints. But yeah, they pretty much showed up, and he had however many people it was. I think like there were 3 outside of Targos. He'd take 3 people, he'd chain them up, he'd make them fight to the death. Whoever won the fight, he would unchain them, walk them out, and then burn them on the cross. So it's pretty intense, but again, that kind of goes into the theme. I wanted a heavier theme. When they investigated these crime scenes, it was heavy for them. And they were like, oh my gosh, when they figured out what was kind of going on. And it was all through investigation checks. And yeah, and I placed them a little outside of the 10 towns. So, get a little bit of that exploring off into the distance. Maybe throw a blizzard at them if you want. But that was fun for me. And I think it was a good starting quest. But I really wish I would have placed him closer to the group. Because that was like oh crap, yeah, duh. I should have thrown 9 quests at them before they met the end of the first quest. Kind of a rookie mistake on my part, but it's something that I would warn you guys of doing. Well, we're gonna move on to the 10 towns now, but until then, roll on, gamers.